The following is a paid program presented by Jersey Sports Zone and RWJ Barnabas Health. Coming up, March Madness isn't just for the NCAA tournament. The final ever Tournament of Champions closed out the 22 basketball season at Rutgers. Camden and Roselle Catholic gave us an epic overtime thriller that will forever be part of New Jersey hoops lore. The St. John Vianney girls made history of their own, closing out one of the most dominant seasons in Garden State girls hoop history. Plus, we announced the winner of our Basketball Players of the Year. We go beyond the score with Mr. and Miss Hoop Zone 2022. It is tough to say goodbye, but we wrap up another stellar season of New Jersey high school basketball.
Jersey Sports Zone! Jersey Sports Zone!
I'm Rich Grampanus, and this is Jersey Sports Zone TV, presented by RWJ Barnabas Health. The NJSIAA announced that there will be no more Tournament of Champions after 2022. That goes for all sports, but the marquee attraction when it comes to the TFC is basketball. And the final ever TFC here at Rutgers was simply sensational. Jay Cook has the story on an instant classic between Roselle Catholic and Camden to get things started.
Thanks, Rich. You're right. We couldn't have dreamed of a better way to end the TOC era in New Jersey than this game. The Panthers are looking to become the only public school to win 2 Tournament of Champions titles, while Roselle Catholic looks to add to its storied history with a 4th Tournament of Champions title. This game featured 2 of the best junior players in the entire country. DJ Wagner is the face of Camden. He got things going early as some of the top college coaches in America watched on. Simeon Wilcher is Roselle Catholic's young star. The step-back jumper helps RC out to a 19-14 lead after 1. Camden storms back in with a 10-1 run. Wagner forces the turnover. It leads to an Elijah Perkins jam. The High are up by 4. But it's the Lions who lead at halftime. Wilcher throws it down. Roselle Catholic up 30-28 at the break. The third quarter belongs to the High. Rasheer Fleming and DJ Wagner power an 11-2 run for Camden, who's up 47-41 going to the fourth quarter. But RC erases the deficit. Akil Watson sinks an incredible and 1. The Lions tie it up at 53-all to force overtime between these 2 nationally ranked programs. In overtime, Braxton Jones comes off the bench and hits the shot of the game. Roselle Catholic has the lead with under a minute left. And the Panthers have one more chance. DJ Wagner's long shot does not fall, and it's Roselle Catholic who wins the TOC. 61-58 is the final in what will go down as an all-time great game in Jersey history. Neri Rodriguez has more.
Thanks, Jay. In overtime, everyone thought it was going to be Wagner versus Wilcher, but in the end, it was the Trenton Catholic transfer, Braxton Jones, who got it done for the Lions.
Yes, that was the biggest shot of my life. I mean, our team ourselves, we just worked so hard for this. We knew since day one coming into the school year that we wanted TOCs, and we knew that we was the best team in New Jersey, like I said before.
Yeah, I mean, New Jersey got, everything you could ever ask for out of the last TOC game, an overtime game. 2 teams that just battled it out and made tough plays and played, I thought a beautiful, game of basketball today.
Well, there you have it, the last boys TOC final, and what a way to go out. Now let's jump to Rich Grampanus with the girls TOC final highlights.
The final game in the magnificent career of Madison St. Rose. The Gatorade Player of the Year and St. John Vianney facing Rutgers Prep in the last ever Tournament of Champions final. The Lancers have been absolutely dominant against the state's best teams. Meg Cahalan with the long two has SJV out to a quick 8-0 start. Then it's Cahalan with a quick pass back to St. Rose. Madison St. Rose knocking down the triple, and the Lancers are on fire. A huge spark from Julia Carpel. Here she knocks down the 3-ball, and then it's St. Rose finding Carpel. That's 5 straight points by the sophomore. St. John Vianney out to a 19-4 lead. Rutgers Prep lost to Vianney by 39 in the regular season, but I'll tell you what, the Argonauts played tremendous in the second quarter to make it a game. Michaela Blakes with the steal and the lay-in. And then check out Katie Ledden on the reverse. Awesome! At the half, we've got a game. Rutgers Prep down 8, 40-32. Zoe Brooks struggled in the first half, but came on in the second. The junior had 14 points and is always electrifying when she takes it to the tin. The Lancers turned up the defense in the third quarter and started to pull away. St. Rose goes the distance for 2 more. Then, closing seconds of the third, off the miss, Ashley O'Connor beats the buzzer. O'Connor might be the best lockdown defender in the state. She gives the Lancers a 56-41 lead as we head to the fourth. It was St. John Vianney doing what St. John Vianney does: dominate. Madison St. Rose closes out her career with 21 points. They will finish the year top 3 in the country with an amazing 32-1 record. Their lone loss coming to the #1 team in the country. 72-52 is your final. It's the 8th and final Tournament of Champions title for St. John Vianney. This team may go down as not only the best ever in SJV history, but the entire state.
It was amazing just to get to this point, the mountaintop, so to speak, but you know, it took us a number of years, and I'm just so proud of this group that the resilience to see it through is like, I don't know if you guys understand how difficult it is to be this mentally tough to dominate the way we've done this season. Is just unbelievable.
Time to take a break. When we come back, Jersey Sports Zone announces Miss Hoop Zone 2022. Plus,
I'm Mike Frankel in Ocean City. We're just days away from the start of the high school baseball season, but before we start bringing you the best plays from the Diamond, we've rounded up the top plays, the most clutch plays, in fact, from the high school basketball season. That's coming up later in the show. Stick around, Jersey Sports Zone. We'll be right back.
I'm Megan Cahalan from St. John Vianney.
And I'm Ashley O'Connor.
And you're watching Jersey Sports Zone.
I'm the director of the Cancer Center, designated by the National Cancer Institute.
We are here to make an important distinction.
There are cancer centers.
And there are NCI-designated cancer centers.
Recognized for world-class research
and positive impact on their communities.
No single person is going to cure cancer.
It'll take a team effort.
That's what an NCI-designated cancer center is all about. In New Jersey, there's only one, Rutgers Cancer Institute in New Jersey, together with RWJ Barnabas Health.
The Road to Success program helps prepare and accelerate your career trajectory to a Wall Street career.
People in my generation really want to be building their own companies and really taking ownership over the work that they do. The Road to Silicon Valley program allows students to really make their dreams a reality.
You have the perspective like mine, born and raised in an urban community, but you also have the perspective who had a parent in Wall Street, and it's not necessarily about how you get to the opportunity, it's what you do with it.
It's really nice to be in a situation, in a place where there are very good people who take good care of people.
Orthopedics is it's not about saving lives, it's about saving quality of life.
A lot of people, we live high stress lives, so if you tell someone they can't do something for whatever reason, that's pretty traumatic.
I really take pride in trying to be empathetic and trying to put myself in every patient's shoes.
I want to take care of people like I'd want to take care of my family, and I think that when you do that and give somebody that family feeling and give them your honest opinion for what you would do, they value that.
We go into the JSZ archives for a blast from the past, brought to you by Princeton Orthopedic Associates.
Hey everyone, I'm James Mooney, back for another trip into the JSZ archives. We flash back to the 2019 TOC title game, where Rich Crampanis witnessed Brian Antoine, Scotty Lewis, and Ranny etch their names into New Jersey basketball history at Rutgers University.
And the celebration is on. A foul is called with 0.2 seconds left. Amadou Sarnour is going to go 2 for 2, and that allows time for Randy to soak it all in. Scotty Lewis with tears of joy embracing head coach Taj Holden, who knows all about winning big championships. As for Brian Antoine, he's ready to grab the T of C trophy. The Ranny Panthers win the Tournament of Champions after a 67-63 thriller over Bergen Catholic.
And I'm so proud of what we've done, what we've accomplished, and I support from the school, and I'm really going to miss everyone who supported us, and I'm super excited for what the future holds for myself and for the rest of my teammates.
Blast from the Past is brought to you by Princeton Orthopedic Associates, a proud sponsor of Jersey Sports Zone for the last 5 years.
Earlier this week, Jersey Sports Zone announced the 5 finalists for Miss Hoop Zone 2022. After collecting ballots from coaches and media from every part of the state, we are proud to announce Madison St. Rose as the winner of our Miss Hoop Zone Award. Rich Krampanis has the story on the St. John Vianney Senior.
Let's just start with the obvious. Madison St. Rose is the best girls basketball player in New Jersey. When we asked coaches and media around the state to cast their vote for Jersey Sports Zone's Miss Hoop Zone, St. Rose received just under 90% of the first place votes in a state loaded with Division I talent. That's by far the highest percentage of any Player of the Year voting we've had in 5 years. Shockingly, St. Rose was left out of the 2 highest profile national showcases, the McDonald's All-American Game and the Jordan Brand Classic. The popular theory for the snub is that her commitment to the Ivy League in Princeton and not a Power 5 school is what's keeping her out of the All-American mix.
The politics behind her being left off of postseason teams is embarrassing. It's embarrassing for the committee. It's embarrassing for the people that make those decisions. And there's just not enough people advocating for a kid wanting to go to an Ivy League school and make those decisions.
And I feel like Princeton is just such an amazing team, and I met everyone on the team, and their energy is just there. They want it just as much as I do. So me going into that program, I'm just going to fit right in.
Instead of rattling off stats to prove Maddie being worthy of national props, we'll make our argument with just one play. This is All-American Kiki Rice, the Naismith National Player of the Year from Sidwell Friends in Washington, D.C. Here's St. Rose being guarded by the best player in the country. Watch her create space and calmly sink a three-pointer. In St. John Vianney's only loss of the year, St. Rose led all scorers with 28 points against the #1 team in the nation.
I think you could say Maddie is the best player in New Jersey all time. I mean, so the fact that she's been slighted like that is just, yeah. It's laughable. It is really laughable.
Over the last 3 years, St. John Vianney went 74-2, and those 2 losses were to out-of-state teams. If it wasn't for COVID, St. Rose very likely would have had 3 state championships and even, perhaps, 3 Tournament of Champions titles. She could have had countless 50-point games during the Lancers' run of dominance, but her ultimate legacy in one of New Jersey's richest programs was elevating an already talented roster to become one of the greatest teams in state history.
I mean, playing with her, she makes the game so easy, and she does all the little things that she doesn't get really credited for. She is an offender, she's a defender, she's everything. She was one of the best leaders that I could ever be under.
Everyone on the team just always had each other's back whenever someone was down about something or whenever people were doing extremely well. We were always cheering on. The energy was always there, and I felt like we just played together all the time.
So Madison St. Rose won't be on the national scene before she heads off to Princeton. But those who know her best know that she's going to get the last laugh.
I mean, of course I'm going to have a chip on my shoulder, but at the end of the day, when you get into college, yes, you're going to have all these accolades, but you're still going to have to fight for your spot. Like, things are not just going to get handed to you.
You know, in today's world, they're so stat-driven, and maybe that's why she didn't get you can't even fathom why she didn't get chosen for those postseason awards that way. But, you know, we all know at St. John Vianney, and I think the people in the state of New Jersey know what a special talent Maddie is.
Madison St. Rose was nearly a unanimous selection from our panel of 49 coaches and media members. Saddle River Day's Paulina Paris, who's on her way to the University of North Carolina, finished in second. St. Rose's SJV teammate Zoe Brooks finished in third.
Time to step away. Last year, Camden's DJ Wagner was named 2021 JSZ Mr. Hoop Zone. Will he repeat in 2022? The announcement of our New Jersey Hoops Boys Player of the Year when we return.
RWJ Barnabas Health has a passion for heart health with the most comprehensive services, including the state's largest adult and pediatric cardiac surgery programs, a heart transplant program that's top 10 nationally, a partnership with RUTGERS Health, the latest technology and medical advancements, and nationally renowned care for every heart in every community. Whoever your heart beats for, our hearts beat for you. RWJ Barnabas Health.
Max always dreamed of having nice things, but first he needed to find the path to financial success, starting with the right banking partner, one that has a trusted history with customers and the community, the latest technology, but still knows him by name. Then Max found Ocean First Bank. They're making his dreams come to life.
Ocean First Bank, putting you first.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Opportunity Lender.
Welcome back to the show. Earlier this week, Jersey Sports Zone announced our 5 finalists for Mr. Hoop Zone 2022. The podium features 3 of the top juniors in America, along with senior stars going to Villanova and Fordham. After receiving votes from coaches and media around the state, congratulations to Camden's DJ Wagner, who is Mr. Hoop Zone for a second straight year. JSZ's Mike Frankel has more on the top-ranked junior recruit in the country.
For 3 years, DJ Wagner was winning. A lot. But for those same 3 years, Wagner was waiting to win a state title. It's a wait that spanned more than 20 years for the city of Camden. The only thing standing in the Panthers' way was a pandemic. But a return to normalcy in 2022 meant a clear path to the promised land. And once Camden booked a ticket to Rutgers, Wagner was like a kid on Christmas Eve.
We just excited. We've been waiting for this since we was, since the beginning of the year. That's been our goals.
Wagner and the Panthers left no doubt. Camden beat Newark Central by 41 points, and the chase for the school's 12th state crown was complete.
It was really a feeling of relief. Since the last couple years, we couldn't really participate in states and stuff like that. So once we got the opportunity, we were just happy to even just get the opportunity to play. So just to be able to win, it was a feeling I can't even explain. I was just really grateful.
From there, Wagner willed his team to victory in the Tournament of Champions semifinals against Elizabeth, pouring in 30 points.
It really just comes with competing, just being a competitor, just not wanting to lose. So stuff like that comes from just wanting to win, just having passion for the game. So in certain moments, when the games get intense and the games get competitive, it brings out that fire in us. It brings out that fire in people.
He's just the best player in the country.
Wagner once again left it all on the floor in the TOC final, scoring 23 points in a heartbreaking loss against Roselle Catholic. He didn't point a finger after such a brutal defeat. Instead, Wagner just pointed to the nearest gym.
It's just really just about getting right back in the gym. Situations like that happen, just getting right back to it, right back in the lab. So just seeing the things we can work on. So it's really just about getting right back in the gym.
He continues to be the most sought-after recruit in the country in the class of 2023. Wagner continues to weigh his options.
As of right now, I'm still just taking everything in. Right now, I'm still enjoying the process. So I'm open to every college, every school as of right now. And I'm just grateful for whoever wants to reach out or reaches out to me. So right now, I'm not thinking about when I'm going to commit or anything like that. I'm just really enjoying the process as of right now.
First, there's one more chapter to be written for Wagner wearing purple and gold. DJ has delivered for Camden since his freshman year. For his senior season, he might just be unstoppable.
We received ballots from 62 coaches and media members around the state. It ultimately became a two-player battle, as Wagner picked up 35 first-place votes to repeat as Mr. Hoop Zone. Roselle Catholic Simeon Wilcher, who led the Lions to the Tournament of Champions crown, picked up 22 first-place votes and 28 second-place votes to finish as the runner-up. Villanova-bound Mark Armstrong finishes in third. Wagner is the first boys basketball player to repeat as Mr. Hoop Zone and could make it a three-peat with his senior season in Camden still to play. Time for one more break. When we come back, we've got the best buzzer beaters and clutch plays from hoops in a season-ending edition of our Top 10 Plays.
I'm the director of the Cancer Center, designated by the National Cancer Institute.
We are here to make an important distinction.
There are cancer centers.
And there are NCI-designated cancer centers.
Recognized for world-class research
and positive impact on their communities.
No single person is going to cure cancer.
It'll take a team effort.
That's what an NCI-designated cancer center is all about. In New Jersey, there's only one. Rutgers Cancer Institute in New Jersey, together with RWJ Barnabas Health.
The Boys and Girls Club of Newark is a hub for young people in an environment where they can sometimes feel unsafe. And it's a place where people care about them, where they have a lot of opportunities that they would not otherwise have.
Thanks a lot.
I hope the club will always be here.
It's time for JSE's Recruiting Roundup, presented by Ocean First Bank.
What's going on, everyone? Neri Rodriguez here for the Recruiting Roundup. The winter sports season has come to a close, so we'll be back outside soon. There's still a few months before football, but Irvington's ADON SHULER wasting no time, adding to his gridiron resume.
SHULER collected 80 tackles, 2 forced fumbles, a team-high 6 interceptions, including 2 return for scores and 3 block kicks. He also had an offensive and special teams touchdown while helping lead Irvington to their first sectional and North Group 4 regional championship. With Power 5 offers from schools like Alabama, Penn State, Cincinnati, Florida State, and Ole Miss to name a few, he chose the University of Notre Dame as his home after high school ball. SHULER was recently named to the NBC All-American Bowl for 2023.
This Recruiting Roundup is brought to you by Ocean First Bank. Ready to bank whenever and wherever? We've got you covered.
I'm in Ocean City this week where the OC Red Raiders baseball team is getting set to defend its Group 3 state championship. We'll have plenty of top plays from the baseball diamond, the lacrosse field, and more in the coming weeks. But how about one more top 10 list from the high school basketball season? Here it is, the Jersey Sports Zone top clutch plays of the season. Number 10. All right, Spartans still up 1 with 4 seconds left. St. Augustine needs a miracle. BETHEA delivers! The sophomore SEMAJ BETHEA beats the buzzer from just inside half court. Unbelievable! BETHEA sends St. Augustine to the Cape Atlantic League Tournament final. 42-40 the final score.
When it left my hands, I felt it. I felt it was going in.
Number 9. Township looking for the win, but Haywood steals it. David Haywood to a streaking Johnson. Devin Johnson, ball game. What a final sequence as Johnson wins it at the buzzer. 61-59 the final as the Rams go nuts. Number 8.
Neptune hits Jessica Devine, falling down and winds up in the hands of NYESA Aguilar, and at the buzzer, Aguilar puts the Blue Jays ahead for the win. 50-48 your final, Middlesex grabbing a 5th straight win improves to 10-2.
Number 7.
Final seconds of the quarter. Rutgers Prep trails by 8. Pettit tries from way downtown and he buries it at the buzzer. What a shot from Ryan Pettit to end the quarter. He finishes with 8 points. Argonauts trail by 5 heading to the 4th.
Number 6. We're still tied with under 30 seconds left. Drew Green launches from the logo as he's fouled, and he banks it in. Are you serious? Green with the NBA-style heads-up play. A little luck off the window never hurts either. Green would then hit the free throw to make it a 2-possession game. Cherry Hill East goes on to win it. Number 5.
Ball goes to Joe Lemley, and with time expiring, banks open. LEMLY ties the game at 60 with a buzzer-beating 3, and they're going crazy in Hamilton.
Number 4.
Raiders would take a timeout and on the inbound get it to Jaden Carter. Carter from beyond the arc with time expiring. Banks open! Jaden Carter with his biggest shot of the game put Scotch Plains in front 61-59 with 2.5 seconds left.
Number 3. 2.6 seconds left. EHT with possession. Isaiah Glenn off balance, double clutch, winner! Glenn hits an incredible 3 at the buzzer to win it for Egg Harbor Township. 55-52 the final as the Eagles student section storms the court. An unbelievable finish for Glenn and Egg Harbor Township. Number 2.
But Morris Catholic is right there. How many freshmen in New Jersey can do this? Mia PAULDO beats the buzzer. It's a 15-15 game after 1.
And the number 1 clutch play of the basketball season.
Now under a minute. Wiltshire will find Braxton Jones. He comes off the bench and hits a huge shot. Wow! Jones puts Roselle Catholic in front. We have to take another look. With ice in his veins, Jones makes it 59-58, 27 seconds on the clock.
And now that basketball's in our rearview mirror, it's time to put our attention on spring sports. Beginning next week, right here on Jersey Sports Zone TV, we'll have all the action across the state in baseball, softball, boys and girls lacrosse. We can't wait to bring it to you. For our team at Jersey Sports Zone, I'm Rich Krampanis. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you here next week for another edition of Jersey Sports Zone TV.
RWJ Barnabas Health has a passion for heart health with the most comprehensive services, including the state's largest adult and pediatric cardiac surgery programs, a heart transplant program that's top 10 nationally, a partnership with RUTGERS Health, the latest technology and medical advancements, and nationally renowned care for every heart in every community. Whoever your heart beats for, our hearts beat for you. RWJ Barnabas Health.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
The proceeding was a paid program presented by Jersey Sports Zone and RWJ Barnabas Health.